Hola, mamacitas and papitos, and welcome back to another episode of the Vibe Podcast with Rico.
Hola, welcome to the Vibe Podcast with Rico.
I know you're probably looking at behind me like, ¿Qué pasa? Rico, like, what is this new setup? Yeah, I did that all by myself. Call me Bob the Builder. I know how to paint. I spray painted all these picture frames chrome. I put up this sign, shelf, all of this was me. I did it myself. And guys, if you're out there and you want to do something, don't wait on somebody. Do it your damn self, okay? Because if you wait on other people, you're going to be waiting for fucking the world to end. And like, we ain't got time for that. I see myself doing this a long time, full time. This could be my career, and I just wanted to invest in myself. So yes, the podcast setup is now looking more like me, a bit more chic. Do you know what I mean? It's just good vibes. You know, I got a new coffee cup. Like I said to you guys in the first one, I do product placement, and I'm going to be doing every week a perfume of the week. My perfume of the week this week is an Oud Velvet. I love Oud perfume. If anyone knows me, they know I wear my little Oud roll-ons. I love Oud sprays, body wash, body lotion. I love Oud. So we're doing a Jahara. I don't know how to pronounce that. Jahara Oud Velvet. I don't know, but it smells like a rich daddy from Dubai. Like, if I spray this, automatically I got sugar babies. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, every week a perfume of the week. Guys, I don't wear shit perfume, or I don't like perfume that doesn't last. So if I recommend something, trust and believe it's a good perfume, because I'm not here for the perfumes that have gone and the smell's gone within 2 minutes. We're not here for that. Anyway, guys, so this podcast today is going to be all about mental health. Now, I know this is a touchy subject, okay, and we're going to get into it. My experience, what I'm currently going through. I thought this would be a valid video to do and podcast episode to do, because I'm actually going through it myself right now. Today I may look all great and ha 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 and kiki, but you know, it took a minute to get where I am today. So we're going to do an episode about that. And guys, little disclaimer, I am not a healthcare professional. I'm not a therapist. I don't know, you know, everybody's situation. Everyone's situation is different. Some versions of mental health can be really bad. Some can be good. All I can say is reach out if you need to talk to somebody. Drop a comment in the section if you're going through something, and let everybody just shower you with love. Like, today is just a little video just to discuss it, make awareness of it, because I think it's very important. And also just talk about some things that I feel like contribute to mental health that society and people do that they don't actually realize it's affecting people. But anyway, guys, let's get into this episode. Go get yourself a drink. Like we start this podcast every time we drink. I have a coffee because I no longer drink alcohol, which we're going to speak about in a bit, of why I've stepped away from alcohol. I have myself a coffee. It's a cookie dough caramel latte. Pause this. Go get yourself a cocktail. Go get yourself a coffee. Go get yourself some juice, popcorn, whatever it is. And let's get into this episode. And let's just vibe. Okay, so we're going to get into some little things that not going to lie, kind of piss me off. I feel like we live in a world and a society now where, one, mental health has kind of become like a trend. When I say a trend, like, there's people that are actually going through shit. There's people in life that are actually experimenting depression, mental illness, you know, hearing voices, or like, you know, it's genuine. And then you've got some people that are going through mental health because it's a vibe, it's a trend. Let's jump on the I'm depressed bandwagon. Let's make people feel sorry for me. And I feel like that needs to stop, and we as people need to cancel that, or us as people need to stop allowing people to do that, because it's not everyday mental health. Oh, why are you not going to the gym? I'm depressed. But really and truly, they were out last weekend. They're running around doing what they need to do, but they use depression as a reason they can't go to the gym. Why do you eat so much food? I'm depressed. Now, yes, being depressed can cause you to eat. I am an advocate. Well, not an advocate. Whoa, wrong word. I am a person that's done that. But there's people out there that generally like eating food, don't want to go to the gym, they don't care about their health, and they'll just use the word depressed to make people get off their backs. I know that firsthand. For example, there's a person that I want to give a shout out to, my sister. She has been very depressed for a very long time. And, you know, she's not been in great relationships and things, and it's knocked her self-confidence. And my sister has done a full 180. My sister has lost weight. When I say lost weight, my sister used to be a big girl, okay? and she's lost the weight. Like, I don't recognize her. And I'm very proud of her, because it takes a lot for you to understand that stop blaming other people for your depression. Stop blaming other people for your, I'm going to be honest, your laziness, and start realizing no one else is the problem but me. Yes, things happen. Yes, we go through certain things. Yes, life throws curveballs at us. But once you decide to take your power back, once you decide, okay, I'm no longer going to allow this to happen, you start making shit happen. So there's people like my sister that I use for inspiration, you know, that actually generally went through mental health, that still currently does have a little bit of it, but she decided that she wants better for herself and her kids. They're the people that I root for. I don't root for these people that use depression and mental health as an excuse to be lazy, to be as an excuse not to get up off the sofa and get a job. You're just using mental health as a way to cop out of you waking up and looking in the mirror and realizing that you're the problem. It's nothing to do with mental health. You're just using that word because you want a paycheck, because you want to sit on your ass, because you don't want to do nothing. And I'm sorry if this upsets or offends some people. I don't care. There is people out there, and let's not all act like we don't know someone that does that. Okay, they use mental health as an excuse to be fucking lazy. But then there's people out there, like I said, like my sister, that generally went through mental health, went through situations that made her feel like she wasn't worthy. And she's done a whole full 180, even though she was in that depressed state, because she didn't want to be. People that are depressed don't want to be depressed. We don't want to be depressed. We don't want to have mental health. Do you think we want to wake up every day and look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, I hate the way I look. I'm not happy with myself. No one's going to love me. My life is shit. I don't have a job. I don't have this. I don't have any goals. I don't have any aspirations. What am I living for? Do you think people want to feel like that? No, they don't want to wake up and feel like that. But people do. So, yeah, just in regards to that, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, because I do see a lot of people say, oh, depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed. And it's like, no, you're not. You're not depressed. Because if you were depressed, you wouldn't be acting and running around doing the things that you do. And hey, everyone's depression is different, but you can see the difference between somebody that's actually dealing with mental health and depression and somebody that's just using it as an excuse to be a cop out. Just saying. I feel like mental health is very important. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they kind of like shun it off, or like, oh, you're depressed or whatever, you'll be okay, you'll get out of it. Or like, oh, don't worry, like, you know, life's going to get better. And they just kind of like shun it off. And it's like, I feel like we need to start being more serious about mental health, especially with the young ones, like young kids, teenagers going into high school and stuff, or like, you know, bullying and all of that. Like, we really need to hone in and like pay attention to the children. We really do. And like, I can't be a hypocrite. My nephew's going through something right now, and I do need to reach out to him. And it's like one of those things where you can tell them over and over again and try and give them a good advice and try and help them. But if they're not going to listen and change, a lot of people, not like most of the time, just give up. They're like, do you know what? It is what it is. And then it's too late. And I don't want to do that with my nephew. So I am going to try and reach out to my nephew and try and, it's just, I'm going through something too. And it's just like, you know, but then at the same time, even though I'm going through something, he's younger. You know, he's not as strong-minded as us adults. And that's what us adults need to do. We need to remember that we have the responsibility to look after these young kids. Don't just go, do you know what? I give up. I can't be asked anymore. Like, no. People with mental health, it's hard to break through. But if you keep on and showing up, even if it's just being around them, showing up every day, taking them out, just letting them feel the love, eventually they will come out. But if you just give up on them, it's not going to be good. Like, we need to stop being so ignorant to it and try and be like, yeah, well, you've got that, or you've got that, and try having this, or try having 5 kids, or try having 5 kids and a job. Like, that's not okay to say, because at the end of the day, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know why they're depressed. So you can't really speak on something that you're not going through yourself. If you're not going through it and you don't understand what they're going through, silente, quiet, shut your mouth. Somebody could be reaching their 40s and their life is not where they want to be. It's not where they envisioned, right? And that can pay a toll on someone. Someone could have been single for such a long time and they can't find anyone. They could be really attractive. They could be working out. It's even the people that look like goddesses that are going through mental health. But that's one of the things that make people depressed. Relationships, not finding your partner, feeling like you've missed out, not being married, not having kids by a certain time. Like, there's different things that can make people depressed. Now, I do want to decipher mental health to depression. Depression is like, it's more of a thing that you can get out of with willpower. My personal opinion. If you're depressed, you can get out of it if you decide to get out of it. Mental health, I think, is a bit more different. Like, if we're talking like actual mental health, that's more deep, and if you are suffering with mental health, I just want you to know that you're enough and you are worthy. And if you haven't already, make sure you go get help, because life is so beautiful. There's so many beautiful things in life to come. God put you here for a reason. If you're not religious, then take this with a pinch of salt, but God put you here for a reason. Everyone's here for a reason. It's just for you to wake up and realize what your purpose is. And that's another thing that we're going to talk about, purpose and stuff, later, because I feel like a lot of people, they don't understand, well, I don't know what my purpose is. We're going to talk about that. But just know things are going to be okay. And if you haven't already, reach out to somebody, even if it's a friend. Like, if you haven't confided in anyone, confide in someone. Because it's very important to make people aware as well. Like, as people that are going through mental health and depression, you also need to be aware. And I know it's hard to be aware of it, but you need to be aware that if you're not telling people, and people don't know that you're going through these things or having these thoughts, or how is anyone going to help you? So you also have a duty that if you are going through something, reach out to someone. Even if it's a complete stranger here on YouTube, in the comment section, you reach out to someone in the DMs, just talk to somebody. Don't hold it inside, because I'm telling you, when you start letting things out, you start feeling a little bit better. So I want to get into the reason why I'm doing this video, the reason why I thought like this would be a good video for me to do, to let people know that life is it's not just you, right? And you're walking down the street and everybody around you is like ghosts. Oh my gosh, I don't understand that. My mind, guys, just work with me here, run with me, okay? But like, it's not just you and then the world. Like, you are part of the world, and people around you are going through the same things that you're going through. And I thought I would share my story and what I'm currently going through now. One, because it's healing for me to speak about it, but then also two, it might help somebody that's watching this video that might be like, I'm actually going through the same thing as you right now. Like, I feel you, like I'm there with you. For me, the past few months, I started this podcast channel. I was in a relationship with somebody, and not gonna knock the person that I was with. Great person, no bad vibes against him. He's a lovely person, and I wish him the best. But I feel like in that relationship, me and him started losing ourselves a little bit. Not because we didn't like one another or anything like that, but I feel like because we were so involved in the relationship, he had his own things going on, I had my own things going on in our lives, and then we kind of like, our relationship fizzled, and I feel like we both just lost each other. We lost our purpose of our own personal life. And I feel like a lot of people they'll get into relationships, right? Don't tell me you don't do it, because you do. Well, most people do. You get in relationships and you lose who you are. You forget the person that you was before you met that person. Now, when people have relationships, yes, you grow, you mature. Sometimes your partner brings the best out in you. But you also sometimes can be so into that and worried about the future that you forget what your goals and aspirations was. And I kind of lost myself a little bit. And guys, like, if you're straight and watching this, gay relationships, LGBTQ plus community, our relationships, the dating scene, like, I'm going to do a whole separate video on this, but dating as a gay man, it is fucked. Yeah, I said it is fucked. I'm not going to get into this. I want to do a whole separate video on that and actually get into the juice of that. Shout out to all the LGBTQ plus people out there. Like, I fucking feel you. But like, yeah, the relationship, I come out of it, and I was sad for a little bit, and then I tried figuring out who I was, and then I started like feeling quite depressed, because I realized coming out of that relationship, I had no one around me that should have been around me. And when I say that, not family members, because like, I know my sister, like, my sister will give me advice, my sister will reach out, my mother will give me advice, so it's not family, so to say, it's more friends. You think you have those certain friendships, and it just wasn't given that. And it's happened twice. My past relationship, who I was engaged to for 5 years, When I come out of that relationship, I was all by myself. And at the time, I was all by myself because one of my best friends, we allowed something to happen, and I didn't have anyone. I literally was all by myself for months. Coming out of this relationship, I did have my best friend Lakeisha, and me and Keisha sometimes we see things differently sometimes, and we may argue and stuff. But one thing about us, we're gonna talk. You know, if I upset her feelings, she can be like, "Yo, listen, yeah, you were out of pocket. This is how I'm feeling. We'll talk about it, we discuss, and we move on." Do you know why? Because we're grown adults. Yeah, that's what grown adults do. They sit, they talk. I would never do anything to make her feel like a mug. And I feel like a lot of people and a lot of my friends have made me feel like a mug. Don't get me wrong. In the past, yes, I used to be a little crazy and I used to get alcohol. I used to get drunk, which is the reason that I don't drink alcohol anymore, is because I've started to realize that I feel like a lot of trauma from the past, when I drink, it resurfaces inside me and then makes me act out. And a lot of the reason I act out is I never act out because of no reason. You can ask anyone. Does David kick off for any reason? Does David argue for no reason? They'll say no, but he's a bit dramatic when because I don't let people fuck my friends over. I'm one of those friends, like, you will not play with my friends, you will not disrespect my friends, you will not do anything in front of me when I'm physically there and can see it. It's just not happening. So I do retaliate, especially if you put hands on a woman, or you're a man and you do something to a woman, all bets are off. I'm in a stage now where I'm reaching my 30s. I'm reaching my 30s and I'm like, shit, my life is not where I want. I haven't got the right amount of money in my bank account. I don't have enough stability in my life to be financially free. I'm not where I want in my career. My YouTube's not taking off, and blah 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 blah. So all of that plays a part in feeling depressed, because like, I had a goal before I was 30. I was going to be successful on YouTube, and I was going to have enough money in my bank account to be financially free. And I have goals, I want to retire my father. I want to make sure my family are taken care of and comfortable. And then you start feeling a bit like, oh, none of this is happening. Friends around me started drifting. Friendships that I thought I would have for life have just faded away. And guys, please make sure you keep people around you that are genuine. Do not keep people around you because you feel sorry or you feel bad letting go. You have to let go of certain friendships. As you grow and reach different levels, not everybody is meant to come with you. And that's one thing that you need to realize. But we're going to talk about that in the next section of this. But I just want to say that, like, that's where I'm at the moment, is like feeling like I don't really have friends apart from my friend Lakeisha. I do have another friend, but I don't know what's going on with that. She went through something recently, and guys, this is real life shit. It's real life shit, right? And it can make you feel really shit, depressed, low. You can feel really shit about yourself, and then physically I'm not where I want to be. I tried the gym, and then I kind of like let my mind trick me into being like, let's not go to the gym. And then I suffered with anxiety a little bit. So like, going to the gym when there's loads of people in there makes me feel a bit like anxious. And it's like, why am I feeling anxious? It makes no sense. Like, if you actually deep some of the things that make you feel depressed and sad, if you actually deep it, it's like, why is that a problem, David? No one's looking at you in the gym. No one's looking at you in the gym. But you think in your brain that every Tom, Dick and Harry in the gym's looking at you like, oh my gosh, here comes Beyonce. And it's really not that. But that's how I've been feeling lately. It's like, my friends have all disappeared. I literally have one friend that I can count on my hand, and I see all these people on social media, they're out with their friends, celebrating, going on holidays, and they can call this person, call that person. It's like, me, I don't really have that. It's just me, myself, and I most of the time. I know I can call Lakeisha when I want her, and I know she'll be there for me, but it's just not. And then at the end of the day, I'm still young. I'm only just turning 30 in November. Like, I'm going to meet new people. Hopefully this podcast takes off and I can meet new people around the world or whatnot, and have people that understand my mindset and things. But yeah, it's just that, like, I'm not where I want to be before I'm 30. I haven't got the amount of money that I want in my account. I haven't got the support system of friends and things that I thought I would have had. I just don't like the way I look and my appearance. Like, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, ew, what is that? What is that troll looking at me? Why are you looking at me? You know, and there's just little things like that I nitpick, and then like it's just what happens sometimes, guys, when you go through depression, and you just look at yourself like, what the fuck am I? It just takes a lot of love and a lot of people around you to make you see your worth. And it's like, don't get it twisted. My mum and dad raised us to be very confident people, and like, I used to be back in the day like, oh yeah, no one can tell me nothing, I'm that bit. And it's like, as you get older and you start maturing, you become an adult, you realize all of this and that it was just facade. And it's like, you need to do the inner work. And I know I'm not ugly. No one's ugly. Like, no one's ugly. And when people say, oh, that bitch, no one is ugly. Everybody has someone out there for them. And I think like I'm just on this journey right now where it's like I'm focusing on me, doing my videos, doing my podcast, and then just allowing God to just take flight. You know, I trust in Jesus Christ. He is my Lord and Savior, and I trust and I know that he will lead me in the right direction. So I just trust and I put it to him. It's in your hands, God, you know. And it's like, the more I've been doing that, the more I've been praying, the more I've been listening to like my favorite gospel songs, my heart and my soul has felt more light. And you don't actually deep it until like you start making that change. And if there's anybody out there that is depressed right now, please, I tell you, find that thing. If it's gospel music, if it's, I don't know, classical music, if it's going for walks, if it's going to the gym and pushing yourself to get to the gym, because I know it, like the gym, I get it. But just find that thing, and when you find that thing, keep at it, because it will make you feel better. It will make you feel like every day you get up and you've got a purpose to do today. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just how I'm feeling at the moment. That's the reason that I thought I'd do this video, just because I feel like a lot of people, like I said, mine's probably not as deep as what someone else is going through, but it's deep to me. You know, it makes me feel sad and down. But you may look at it like, oh, but Rico, you're not going through that much. No, but to me it is. And that's why I said we can't judge people. We can't just say to people, oh, but you've got yes, I've got a roof over my head. Yes, I've got a bed to lay in. Yes, I've got a job. Yes, I've got family around me. Yes, I've got money to go to the shop and buy a burger. But I have goals for myself that I want to reach. And then also me trying to reach them goals. Things around me are falling apart. Friendships are no longer friendships that I thought. Do you know what I mean? My personal appearance, that's a big thing, that you're waking up every day having to look at yourself. It's just a mix of emotions, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. And if anyone's going through the same thing about identity crisis, like not liking the way you look, if you're feeling like your friends and that are falling apart, if you feel like you've not reached where you want to be, you haven't reached that goal, that mindset, what is meant for you shall never pass. If you feel it inside you and you're not reaching your goals, keep going. Because from today, I'm making a vow that I will be posting every Friday, and I'm going to stick to it because I deserve it. And even if not loads of people watch these videos, I don't care, because I'm still doing this for me too. And if people watch this and people feel inspired, or people feel like, you know, I feel what you're saying, fucking great. That's my purpose. That's what I want. But at the same time, it's like, we just need to keep remembering that at the end of the day, this is our life. No one else's life. No one else controls this. It's us. This is our life. And we only get one. Tomorrow's never promised. We could die tomorrow. We could die in our sleep. You never know when the last breath is. Every minute of every second, be grateful. And I get it. It's hard. Depression's hard. Getting out of it's hard. But you can get out of it. You just need to the first step is acknowledging that you're going through this. Then taking accountability for how you got into this. Don't blame everybody else. Everybody else is going to do what everybody else do. But take accountability for your own actions. Why did I allow myself to get in this position right now that I'm in? And then the next stage is, what can I do to get out of this? Let me talk to somebody. Let me start doing this. Let me start doing that. Let me start looking in the mirror and saying, you know what, you're beautiful. Just start making them small steps, because if you don't make steps and you just sit there and cry, what's the point? Anybody that subscribes to this channel, anybody that watches my videos, if you like these videos, you're a supporter, or you know you like the vibe, we are not going to be sitting on the couch for 6 months being depressed. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We are not doing it. Okay? We're not. Give yourself a grace period. A week if you need one. 2 weeks at max. Then after that, we need to get our shit together. Get up off the sofa. Get up out the bed. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. If you've got mental health, like it's bad, like I'm talking about the guys that like we are depressed, we are feeling sad, we are in our feelings, you know, we're not happy. But then obviously if you've got mental health and it's one of those things that like you need medication or you need therapy, please go and do that. Because there's some things we can do to get ourselves out of, but there is some where we need help. And if you need help, I beg you, go and get help. That is the first thing you need to do. Acknowledge that you need help and go get that help. Because your life is important too. Nobody around you is more important. You are important too. Okay? But that's just that. I think I've rambled on a bit there, but that's just how I'm feeling. The reason why I thought I'd do this video, what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing right now. And hopefully, you know, somebody out there can understand the shit that I'm talking about. I feel like a lot of people, I've seen like a lot of people talk about like, I've prayed to God. I've asked him that I want to do this with my life, but it's just like everything is getting worse. Like everything's getting worse. Let me tell you how God works. You ask God to give you a brand new car. Example, Jesus, God, I'm giving an example here. Jesus, I really want a new car. I don't like the car that I've got. I really want a new car. God, please give me. Do you know what he's going to do? Your car's going bye-bye. Oh, all of a sudden your engines blew up. All of a sudden your tires have popped and it's going to cost too much money. You can't afford it. You're going to have to scrap the car. He will break things away to bring in the new. And even if it's not anything to do with your car, maybe you've asked him for the car and then all of a sudden you lose your job. Oh no, I've lost my job. Now I can't even get a new car. No, what actually God's doing is he's letting you get out of that job because the salary's not cute. And he's going to bring a new job that's going to give you more money, that you're going to have extra money to buy a car. You need to pay attention when you're asking God and praying. Because he's not going to, you may think, right, if I ask God for a car, he's going to send me money. No. God doesn't give out things out for free. Jesus is like, oh, you want me to give you a brand new car? And like, you're going to wake up in the morning and there's a brand new car outside. He's like, no. You got to work for it. I'm not just going to give you it for free. What do you think I am? Sorry, God, I know you probably don't talk like that, but, you know, he works in mysterious ways. So when people say, oh, my life is just getting more shit, like things are just crumbling around me, like what is going on? Like, I've been praying, I've been asking, like universe, like what is going on? Everything around me is just crumbling. Welcome to the awakening, sister, brother. Welcome to the awakening. Welcome to the rebirth of the new you. Because what will happen is your whole life will tumble. Your whole life is going to crumble because it's breaking you down to rise you back up. You will go into the ashes and you will come out a phoenix. Okay? You're a disgusting little tiny little gremlin looking ass bird. You go into the ashes and then a massive big ass, huge ass phoenix rised from the ashes. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. God and the universe work in mysterious ways, guys. And I'm telling you, if you're praying and you're asking and you're asking and you're asking and you don't see things happening, but you think everything around you is getting more worse, the magic's happening. Sit in it. Let it happen. I've lost my job. Okay. Don't get mad. Trust me, I know it's hard. You lose your job. For example, me, right? I want to do a podcast full time. I've been praying to God, let it be successful, let it happen. Tomorrow I could wake up and lose my job, and that's because God wants me to be out of that job to do this more. Okay, focus on this more then. If you want to be successful on this, I'm going to make it happen, but you need to trust me. Faith, trust the process. Trust and know that it's going to happen for you. Yeah? Don't allow that to make you depressed. Don't allow that to make you feel sad, bitter, and angry. And then you start seeing other people do it and you feel jealous. Because jealousy is not cute either. That's not cute. Being jealous of other people and then that also makes you feel depressed. It's just, it's not the vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't be depressed and then look at other people's life and judge what they're going through or what they have. Well, they have a nice car, they have a nice house. Okay, but what did they do to get there? This is the thing about social media. We're going to talk about social media now, because social media is one of those things that it's like, that's the key to depression. I feel like that's the key to what everyone's feeling depressed and sad about, because everybody on social media posts their best bits. They post, oh, I'm on holiday in Dubai. Now I'm in holiday in Italy. Now I'm in holiday in Japan. Now I'm holiday in China. But if you look at them posts, they're probably months apart. But because you're going on the Instagram page, you're not actually paying attention to the small details of what they're posting. You're just looking like, oh my gosh, they've been here, they've been there, they've been here, they've been there. Yeah, but then if you look at the dates, they're all dates apart. And it's probably because that person's worked their ass off. They've gone on a holiday, come back, worked, saved, and then gone on another holiday. But then you're probably thinking, oh, I haven't got enough. I need to start getting my money up. I'm not, my money's not where it needs to be. No, you're just jumping conclusions because you think that person's got their money together. Half these people on social media live lifestyles that have a lot of hustle behind them. Or people will post just all of their good stuff on social media. People will use auto crop for their bodies to make their bodies look slimmer. And then you start feeling like, well, my body doesn't look like that. I don't look like that. Well, yeah, it's probably because they've AI'd their photos. They've cropped their bodies. Instagram, social media, celebrities, if you allow it, it can make you feel really shit. And this is what I always say, like me, I sometimes take a break from social media, because when I go on social media, I personally see gay couples getting married, couples going to Disneyland, Universal together. Like, that's one of my one of my goals, is to like go on holiday to places like that with my partner, or propose to my partner in Disneyland, and just stuff like that, you know. And then I see it and I'm like, I don't have that. But it's because, and my friend Lakeisha said this to me, she was like, you and your person are just you're just not ready for one another right now. You're not ready for one another right now. And it's okay. So do you know what you do? You build your life up the way you want your life to be, live the life that you want to live, and when that person comes along, they'll be a part of your life that you've built, and you'll be part of theirs. You don't want to get into like relationships with people that you're not where you want to be, or you're not working on your goals. You're just sat there like, meh, I want a relationship because I'm bored. No. You need to do something with your life, chase your passions and your goals, and then when you meet your person, you can share everything that you've done with them. But yeah, social media, I just feel like social media is a big in my books. Like, social media is great. It's great for us content creators. It's great for people that want to do YouTube, Instagram, you know, all of that stuff. You're an Insta baddie, whatever, cool, get your life, get it, how you live it, girl. It's hard out here for a pimp. We gotta get the money for the brand. But you know, it's a good tool. But also remember, when you're on that app, guys, clock it into your brain. Okay? Entiendo? Lock it into your brain. That social media is not always the real grits. Ain't nobody gonna post them looking all crazy, hungover on Instagram, are they? No, they're not. But they're gonna show you the night before when they look glammed up, of course. So just take social media with a pinch of salt, guys. Don't you dare go on social media and start allowing that to make you feel depressed, because I'll slap you myself. Because Instagram, social media is not real. People post their best bits. So don't allow that to make you feel depressed. Okay, so the next section, I'm going to just, touch on how I get myself through it, how I've managed to get to this stage where I am today, where I do feel better, I do feel more alive, I feel more like ready to go and get it. And the first thing I'm going to say to you guys, and you probably don't want to hear it, is that it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It is going to get better. You have to see the silver lightning. You have to see silver lightning. You need to see the light at the end of the tunnel, guys. You need to see the light at the end of the tunnel and know that your time is coming. The depression, rebuke it in Jesus' name. Rebuke it in Jesus' name. Rebuke it in Jesus' name. You are no longer depressed. Yeah, I'm speaking to you that's looking at this video right now. If I can do it, you can do it. You are no longer depressed. You are no longer in the shadow of death. You are no longer in the shadows of people's other wants and needs. You are no longer standing behind a veil and a curtain, afraid to come out and show the world who you are. It's your time. Wake up, baby girl. Wake up, baby boy. Get out there. Show the world what they're missing. Show the world what they need. Make a difference. Use your story as motivation. Use your story as inspiration. Like, it's time. Like, it's gonna get better. You need to feel it. Look at yourself right now in the mirror. If you don't have a mirror, just stand there and look at me and say, I am enough. I am worthy. I am loved. I am protected. And I'm gonna get it how I live it. Say it again. I'm gonna get it how I live it. You're gonna get from life what you put in it. If you're you're just sad vibes all the time, girl, you're gonna be sad all the time. Come on. Like, you need to, get them wheels turning. Do you know what I'm saying? Big wheels keep on turning. And then I would say also, like, acknowledge what you're feeling. Acknowledge the reason that you are where you are. Take accountability for your actions that allowed yourself to get there. Okay, these are just small little steps that I did. I acknowledge, okay, I'm not feeling good about myself. Why am I not feeling? Okay, my friends are falling apart. Oh, well, I'm going to make more friends in the future. People around me are snaky and shady and doing shit just to, like, get under my skin. For what? For why? Why would I allow that to affect me anymore? I'm cool. If I want to go cinema, I'll take myself. I don't need to call up, oh, I've got no friends to go to cinema. I've got a best friend sitting right here. I'll take myself to the cinema. And, like, when I started realizing that, and then I started realizing, well, I don't like my appearance. Okay, let's start doing more skincare. Let's start drinking more water, because we're not drinking enough water. We're not doing our skincare. We're being lazy. I don't like my body. Okay, we're going to get back in the gym. We're going to get back in the gym and I'm going to start going for a run. But don't just say these things. Do it. Like, do it. Because you'll feel so proud of yourself. And once you start doing these little things and picking yourself up and start realizing you don't need to depend on nobody but yourself, girl, you're going to be running to the bank. You're going to be running to the bank. People are going to look back and be like, whoa, who is that? I want to be friends with that person. I want to be friends with you. How about that? Whoever you are right now, I want to be friends with you. Okay? You got a friend here. Rico, I'm your friend. But that's what we need to do, and that's how I'm getting myself out of it. And then also, it's people that I have not known for a long time. This is what's crazy to me about the whole thing. Is like, your best friends or your friends or whatever, okay, they're all falling apart. You may only have one friend, but it takes strangers or people that you barely know or people that you haven't, like, even met in person to reach out to you and shower you with love and make you realize, hold on a minute, I really am that guy. In non-cocky way, guys, but you got to big yourself up. But I really am, yeah. I am good looking. I'm not bad looking. I am good looking. Do you know? I have got a good heart. I have got a good soul. I do want the best for people. I'm not a dickhead. I'm not a snake. I'm not shady. I'm not fake. I'm going to keep it honest all the time. And if it hurts your feelings, it hurts your feelings. I will always be that person. And if people want to say I'm crazy, people want to say I'm dramatic, people want to say I'm too much, that's fine. But one thing about me is I'm real. And if I'm going through something or I'm feeling some type of way, I'm going to tell you how I feel. And it may hurt your feelings at the time, but at least I'm being honest to your face than lying to you. Not going to do that, babe. Never will. Never been that bitch. I've always been a real bitch. I come from a mother that tells me to be like that. My mum has said things to my friends in the past where I'm like, rah, mum, that is crazy. But she's a real bitch. Sorry, mum, for saying you're a bitch, but she's a real bitch. She's a real one. She may say something to you and you may not like it, but at least my mum's being honest, not thinking it in her head, or when you leave the house, she then starts talking shit about you to her kids. Be for real. So I've started realizing, hold on a minute, I'm letting people diminish me or try and put me in this box of where I start questioning my own self. You think you're going to make me feel shit about who I am? You got me effed up. I allowed you to do it, but no more. No. Put that in your tea and sip it, because no. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is just be yourself. Don't allow people, social media, other people's life make you feel shit because you're not where you want to be. Because guys, it just takes a while. It takes a while, you know, and like depression and mental health, like we really need to own in on it and stop looking at people like you're not going through no mental health, like you're fine. How do you know that? How do you know that they're fine? What, because they've got a roof over their head, got a job, got a bit of money? What about internally and how they're feeling inside? Now, don't get me twisted. This is why I said we need to stop allowing these people outside say, oh, I've got mental health. Yeah, I don't want to go to the gym. I've got mental health. I can't go pick up my groceries next week. I've got mental health. I can't brush my teeth. I've got mental health. Shut up. We need to stop allowing people to just throw the word mental health or depression out there just because they want to make themselves feel comfortable and allow people to get off their back. They're like, oh no, people are going to attack me because I'm lazy, but I don't want people to know I'm actually lazy. I got mental health. My breath stinks today. Oh shit, I can't be asked to brush my teeth though. I got mental health. People just throw the word mental health out like it's bloody gold. And then it makes people that actually do have mental health or people that actually are depressed, it makes people look at them like, oh, I've heard this before, whatever. And then look what happens sometimes. God forbid, but look what happens sometimes. People take their life. People feel that shit about themselves and feel like no one gives a fuck. They end their life. It's fucking serious. But at the same time, we need to stop allowing people that don't have mental health, don't have depression, stop using the word because they want to be ignorant to the fact that they are fucking lazy. Get off your ass. But then there's some people that are like, oh, I want a bit of a welfare check, can't be bothered to go to work, I want to go down bingo with Sally tonight, I've got mental health. It just needs to stop, guys. I don't care who I offend. I don't care who I offend. I stand with the honest people, the people that are actually going through it, the people that are actually depressed, that feel shit about themselves, that look at themselves, don't love what they see. Their life is to shit. They just feel like everything's caving around them. They're losing their friends, losing family members. Their life is just tumbling around them. There's people out there that are hearing voices that are telling them to do bad things. There's actual real fucking people going through shit. But then there's people out there that just want a pretty penny. Fuck off, respectfully. Anyway, guys, that was just my little video on mental health and depression, guys. I don't actually know how I've structured this or how it's gone. I've just let my words flow and I've just let it all out. Like I said, I'm going through a bit of depression at the moment, and I'm one person, like I am one person. I've always known to be, yeah, woo, you know, I'm salsa king, bachata, listening to my salsa music in the car. David's always happy. David's always like, yay. And then as soon as like, David, what's wrong with you? Why are you so sad? Why are you so quiet? And it's like, life, you know, I get it. So in conclusion, guys, I just want to say you are enough and you are so beautiful and you have so much life to live. You have so much ahead of you. You have so much potential. And if nobody around you tells you that they love you, I love you, God loves you. And I'm telling you, if you are a Christian, go back to God. Go back to God. If you're not a Christian, but you're like, I believe and there's a higher someone up there, just go and pray. He'll find you. He will find you. And if you don't believe in God and you don't believe it, just have faith in yourself at least. Have respect for yourself, okay? And know that you are enough. You are needed here in this earth. Your time is not up. You have so much life to live. You have so much to give. You have so many people around you that do love you, even if they don't tell you they love you. Sometimes pride and sometimes, you know, just egos get in the way, but they love you. And I know that it's sad that sometimes you don't see that until the person's gone. Like, wake up, guys. Tell the people around you you love them. Don't do it on their deathbed when you're putting flowers on their coffin. Like, what? just treat people with kindness, guys. That's all I can say. Just treat people with kindness, treat people with respect, treat people with honesty. Don't be a dickhead and a snake. Really reflect inside of you and look inside you and just say to yourself, why am I here? What's my purpose? Find your purpose, and when you find your purpose, I'm telling you, life will flourish. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this week's The Vibe Podcast with Rico. Guys, like I said, I am back. I'm feeling up myself. This setup is making me feel like, wow, I want to do more and more and more. It's really, and if you're out there and you want to do a podcast or you want to do a YouTube video or you want to start doing YouTube content creating, whatever, do it. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're 60 and you've got a camera, pick it up and start recording your life. Go to Bingo and take us with you. Like, come on. But like I said, guys, I am back. I will be posting every Friday. Every Friday will be a new episode of this podcast. If you like it, guys, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, we're going to be talking about a mixture of things on here. I might do a conspiracy theory video one day. It's just a vibe. It's called The Vibe Podcast with Rico, so you don't know what to expect. One day we can be talking like this, mental health. Then next week we could be talking about relationships. Then we could do a conspiracy theory that I'm into and start talking about that. It's a whole wide range of different stuff, guys. So let me know in the comment section below if there's anything that you want me to talk on, if you'd like my opinion on. I mean, I'm here for it. And yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because if you've watched this video and haven't hit subscribe, what are you doing? ¿Qué pasa? Mamacita, papito. Come on. Vamos aquí. Hit subscribe, please. Gracias. And just keep vibing. Keep doing what you need to do. Be a boss. Be a legend. Be an icon. Show the world who you are, okay? If you're on this podcast and you're part of this channel, you're a baddie. And if you're a man, you're a bad boy. Just keep doing what you got to do, okay? But anyway, guys, that's me. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that post notification bell so you know when I next post. And until the next one, adios.